Hi guys, it's Works, and hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back if you've been here before. So guys, I'm still drinking my Wawa coconut drink. If you guys see this video though, you know what we're here for. This is a list of things I have trouble with because I grew up with a widowed father. Guys, it's so hot, it's actually making my drink now. I have a fan off right now, guys. I want to add a little disclaimer before I even dare get into this video without making this disclaimer. I am not attacking or insulting my elderly disabled father. I would not be the person I am today without that man. I would not be the person I am today without my father. And just there's so many things, guys, that he couldn't help me with because he was a man. I don't mean to be prejudiced. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and do the opposite video. Things that I do know because I grew up with a widowed father. So I'm going to explain it. But, it's kind of misleading. I did have both parents in my initial years, most of my years growing up, but not really. Like, my opinion, I grew up a lot after my mother passed away. We'll say, well, then you grew up with both parents. You both your parents, you're almost 18. Guys, most of my growing up happened after 18. That's why I say I grew up with a widowed father. So guys, if you're not new to my channel, you guys probably know the story. I was the wish of two disabled couple who wanted to have children of their own. They kept trying, they failed, they tried to adopt my cousin Ryan. They tried to adopt my cousin Ryan, it didn't work. They tried to adopt, I think it was Brian, something like that. Yeah, they tried to adopt Dennis and Giovanni. And they almost got them, but they passed away. I'm not going to say their real names on the internet. So their parents tried to adopt 3 other little boys before Derek was born. And then Derek was born, and then almost 5 years later, I don't want to get too much about Derek. This is his story to tell, not mine. We were the wish of two disabled couple. My mother was paralyzed in one arm. My dad was paralyzed in the neck down. We got our whole lives. I have another story about my parents, but further ado, guys. I have a story about how my dad got injured. One of his other injuries I've had when I was a kid that everyone seemed to overlook, including me. But that's a video for another day, just to help others who have lost their parents to injuries. And if you're watching this video and you lost a parent to injury or fall or heart failure, I feel you. I know the pain. So guys, I lived happily with my father till I was 33 almost. I was his caretaker. So further ado, guys, this is the video of things that I don't know how to do because I wasn't raised by a woman. So, one, understanding women's health. Couldn't read my handwriting, guys. Like, had a problem. My dad would tell me to use antibacterial soap. Back in TMI, he would tell me, okay, well, I hear that women do this because my grandmother used to have my dad buy her pads and her, I'm just gonna say it, guys, we're all adult. You at least ought to be an adult for watching this channel, pretty close to it. Summer's Eve. So dad knew that women needed that stuff, but he would give me the money and have me go get it. So women's health, like how their bodies worked and all of that, I do know for the most part, as I did have a mother until I was almost 18. I did have woohoo ed in school. I did have health class, so I was able to kind of pick up. But they were teaching us ill things in my woohoo class that just were not acceptable. Woohoo is a word. Some word for relations, okay? 2, female to male relationships romantically. Because I was raised by a single parent. I was raised by a widower. I did not see a lot of couples, like male to female relationship, and I didn't get a chance to really see, like, how, as an adult, like, how those relationships are supposed to interact. Now, one of my brothers, I have 6. I have 6 brothers total. All of them, but 2 are married. I think something like 2 or 3, something like that. Yes, so we know Derek does have a wife, and they were around. They weren't always around us, so I got a little bit of, like, what relationship was like from watching Derek and his wife. I don't know what's her name on here. So I got a little bit of, like, what relationship was supposed to be like. Plus, my father was an excellent husband to my mother. He treated her with utmost respect, even though she was the first one to show signs of being handicapped. My mother was in a wheelchair. But he was good to her. It's just I didn't really pay attention too much because I was so young. Like, he'd cut her food up. He was a great father and husband. But we'll say that in a different video. Finding a mother figure. Okay, guys, I want to warn you guys about this. I've had so many mother figures, I can't lose track, and not all of them were good. Only a few were decent. Like Aunt Peggy, she's a good aunt figure, and I call Aunt Kelly. They were decent. And now my cousins I live with now, like, they were decent, but no one else was. I had guys, a story for another day. A mother figure who tried to get me sexually assaulted. Yes, because she thought it was her. She thought I needed to be more involved with men. I hope Ryan is not watching this video while I say this. I don't want him to feel weird with me, especially if we end up dating. I don't want my future boyfriend to see. You guys don't know, Ryan is a friend of mine. I don't want him to hear or to think this about me, but I had a woman who tried to have me essayed, and that changed the way I felt about women. But anyway, guys, it's for another day. For female relationships, but this, I mean, like, friendships, because I had such trouble bonding. I didn't form a decent female friendship until Ashlyn, who I'm not going to have her name on here, until I met Ashlyn, and then with Nina and Nikki and Delilah. Like, we had kind of a rocky relationship, that group, but Ashlyn was the best one out of the group, and Nina, they were the best out of the group. They're my best friends. They were the two that literally I cried on their shoulders while my father was being raised up to his tomb. I mean, nothing better than that, guys. But other than them, I had really hard trouble. Like Joni, I don't think she's even on here, so I don't even have to give her a cover name. She was great. She has disabilities too, but so other than those girls, like, I have such trouble forming female friendships because I didn't have a mother. And you will be judged, by the way. People will look at you freaky, say, you're the girl. Guys, I have an itchy. I hope it's not getting a rash right here. You're the girl that doesn't have a mother. And people have said this to my face. I'm like, go to blank, 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 blank cemetery. Shelby, you can't miss her. She's right there. Yes, my mother. So yeah, I did have a mother. 5, developing self-confidence. Guys, this is a big one. If Dad were still with us, he will tell you, and even my surrogate mother could tell you, I have such trouble building self-confidence that I have a pack of friends that are cats that I love, and I'm trying to build confidence by telling them that Sissy loves them and have them say, I love you too, Sissy. Like, building self-confidence is so hard for me because I feel abandoned by my mother. She died, but in my young, guys, I was also mentally younger than I was physically. So guys, never know. My little fur king is little nurse. Is okay, honey? It was just a truck. I'm sorry, guys, it's late at night and I have one of my fur friends with me. So yes, guys, I'm going to subscribe to my fur friend. Something you guys can see. I'm going to show you guys a picture. Anyway, guys, developing female friendships, and we're pack animals, women. We're like werewolves. We're pack animals. We need each other, but forming female friendships. Sorry, I don't know that one anymore. Yeah, the self-confidence, guys, is really hard for me as somebody who grew up without a mother. It's really hard. It's difficult. I have really struggled with my looks, my weight, everything about myself I have torn down. But also, it's not just me. It's because I had, like I said earlier in this video, I had other women who were tearing me down. Personality-wise, making fun of my sexuality, all kinds of things. Just because I didn't have a mother to defend myself. I didn't have a mother to help me, teach me self-care. Which is sad, because my mother was alive until I was almost 18, but she was physically disabled. So, self-love is something. I'm getting better though, guys. I'm struggling. My dad used to say that I was the cream of the crop, and if he could go around the world 1,000 times, he wouldn't find a woman as kind as me. He used to say he don't know why I had such a low self-esteem when other girls are weird and trashy. And he thought I was very respectful, of course. I used to almost whip his butt, so of course he thought I was respectful. I took care of him. I was his caregiver. So, I mean, in his eyes, I was the cream of the crop. And he said it so many times. They're in the hospital room. So that was the best thing. That was one of the best things that ever happened to him. And I was like, what? He said, you were top. One of the best things that ever happened to me. He So having that 1 pound, 12-ounce baby was the best thing that God could gift me with. So I don't know why I have low self-esteem issues. I had a fantastic father. And I want to stress that, guys, my self-esteem issue has nothing to do with my father. He said he felt like he was a failure because my low self-esteem. No, it wasn't Dad. Dad was the only person that he was lifting me up, the wind beneath my wings, lifting me up. He did not turn my self-esteem down, not in any way. Seeking help. Hey guys, this is just a good ground. I'm like, getting therapy help because I did lose my mother so young, and I lost my father so tragically. My mother died of heart failure. My father broke his. No, we're not going into that. Because it makes I forget sometimes that the way my father died is tragic. And when I just say it, like I just said to a classmate who would ask me, "How's your father been?" And you have an older father. That's what Paris. He passed away. And I had totally forgotten. He broke his neck. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry." Everyone told me to give me the condolences because I forget. Derek even told me to just tell people he died of old age or cancer because he was dying of cancer. But guys, sometimes like getting self-confidence, like I'm trying to get the courage to go see a therapist because I need it for my low self-esteem. I have issues with my night terrors. My night terrors are going away. I don't have my panic attacks anymore since I moved in here. I used to have horrific panic attacks due to the way my father died, the horrific way he died at 91. Also, guys, I don't know if this is all. Some of this is low self-esteem stuff, and all of this stuff I'm naming this video is because I was raised by a widowed father, because I was raised by an elderly father. So I also that it could be a card. My father was 91. Hair. Guys, I'll show you guys. Look. This is my nails. Let's say my nails. Look yucky. I'm not gonna show you how side half the fingernails missing polish. So guys, yeah. So like doing hair, like I had trouble asking. I started got Mom to help me dye my hair because I want to change up my looks. This is just so much hair dye and changing my hair color. Sorry guys, my friend's looking. I'm sorry guys. Like doing hairstyling and all that something. And actually, guys, hairstyling came pretty easy to me. It's just I do have a disabled hand and wrist. But yeah, I've been trying to get my hairstyle done correctly. It was hard for me because I get little bumps sometimes. I wash my hair all the time again next year. Because my hair stuff has really been hard for me. Because, I don't have a woman to help me. Now I do. Now I do at 33, but I didn't at 18. I didn't have a woman to teach me girl stuff growing up, like how to take care of yourself. I had to look a lot of stuff up online how to take care of myself. Makeup, guys, this is a big one. To this day, I still have trouble doing like light makeup. You can see that I put a scratch. I'm showing you guys up close. Like I have trouble doing eyeliner like in the waterline. I'm lousy with trouble with that, but I try and do my makeup so it doesn't look like I'm wearing much because secret, guys. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to, like, wings. Liquid liner. And I'm going to take it. I'm lousy with liquid eyeliner. I can't do it. I also, guys, remember, too, like I said, I have a disabled hand. So that could be partial of it. I have trouble with liquid eyeliner. And this is not to slam anybody. My father actually taught me how to put lipstick on. You put lipstick on. You take a paper towel and you blot it off. He also told me take lipstick when you make blush. He called it rouge. I think it was called rouge in the 50s. And like gently rub it in and like massage it in, like to get that's how you put rouge on. So that's the only tips my dad was able to help me with. Also, and Pond's face cream. He was telling me all about using the Pond's. 9. Hygiene. Boy, guys, this is a big one. I also grew up in a house that did not have a working shower. I shouldn't say it, but we didn't have a shower in my childhood. We had a bathtub. We had a tub, but it just had a bath in it. My childhood home, I'm not gonna dare say the name of the street because I'm the legal owner of it. We had 2 childhood homes, at least I did. Me and my brother have 2 childhood homes. The first one didn't even have a shower. The second one had a tub and a shower, like combo built in. So that's the shower. So hygiene was really hard for me. I remember one time, I skipped the back of my neck, and I heard about that from my mother for a while. Rather than showing me how I skipped the back of my neck with washcloth, I don't know how I showered that day, guys. I don't know. My grandmom used to mock my mom because she didn't clean her ears one time. She showered because her ears was hurting her so bad. She heard that to the day my grandmother died. So yeah, so hygiene, and my mom grew up with a mom, so I don't understand what that was about. But yeah, guys, hygiene, like how to floss, brushing the house. Guys, I learned how to floss my teeth mimicking my father. I didn't know we were supposed to do it. I was just doing it to mimic dad. Flossing his teeth and brushing real hard. I learned how to floss, brush, and mouthwash by mimicking my father. I didn't know you were supposed to do it. I just seen the adult do it, so I was doing it to copy him. I can still remember vividly in my hospital room when I was 3 years old, my dad coming to stay the day with me and him flossing, brushing, and mouthwashing like a whack out. I was like, he's doing them to after I knew it was my father. Well, hygiene is really, really hard for me because I grew up with a man. I didn't grow up with a mother, so my mom, she would only try to teach me lightly. She didn't really teach me hygiene and all that stuff. I had to learn a lot of that on my own. Like cleaning under my fingernails, I have an addiction to. Like using I have like a nail filer on my nail clippers. I use that to clean up my nails on there because I can't stand things with my nails. I learned how to wash my hair twice on the internet. Wash shampoo twice, condition once. So you wash everywhere at least once a day, and then you do your hair every other day. But hygiene, guys, is so hard to get bullied in school because of it. I also want to say my mother was a heavy smoker. She never stopped. So her smell was getting me bullied as well. 10 guys. There's gonna be 10, 13 of them. 10 is piercings. Well, my parents didn't believe in piercings, guys. My dad was born in 1934, okay? He only knew about ear piercings through his mother. And my grandmother was born in 1906-ish, I believe. So in her youth, she don't think she had her ears pierced until she was older. Both my grandmothers, guys, fun facts, didn't have their ears pierced till after all their kids were raised, which is like bizarre. But I got my ears pierced late at 15. Guys, ear piercings and piercings in general are something that I didn't know how to take care of because I didn't have a mother. I had to look it up on my own, which I messed up. I'll try on error. I pierced myself, which I do not recommend you doing. Taking care of them. I got a lot of piercings. I got infected because I had no one to teach me how to not do that. 11, education. Guys, this is a big one. Guys, this is a 20-minute video, guys. Anyway, this is a big one. Education. Guys, my dad had difficulty. I don't think this really had. I don't know if this has to do with the fact that my father was raised by an immigrant, single mother. To my grandmother was a single parent as well, and then my dad didn't follow in her footsteps, became a single parent. My dad was raised by a immigrant. I'm proud to say this. My grandmother was from Italy, from Rome, Italy. My father could not read, write because of it growing up. I'm sure, got bullied in school because his mother was an immigrant. He didn't learn how to read until he was a teenager. He dropped out of high school because of it. My father had a rough childhood because he was raised by a single parent, which didn't affect me and my education because my father could barely, I don't want to put down, my father could barely read English because I still think to this day my father could read Italian but forgot it. My father could speak Italian, could speak fluent Italian. Remember, my grandmother never spoke a word of English barely her whole life. So my dad had to use Italian to communicate, or some other language very similar to Italian, like Spanish or something, to communicate to my grandmother. Pretty sure it was Italian or some form of Italian, like Greece or Greeks is language to speak to. So his education wasn't good, so he couldn't help my education. So I don't know if I had a bad education because my father was a widow, or was because the fact that his mother was an immigrant. 11, nails. Like I showed you guys, look at this. My nails are terrible. I had a father, so he didn't take me to know how to do my nails. He didn't show me how to do my nails. He did. I will tell you guys, he did try to show me how to paint my nails, but he just didn't know how to do it properly. Little brushes, use a little brush, you put in your finger, like he tried, he just didn't do it completely. 13th, we're going to leave off that clothes, guys. Oh my gosh, my clothes. I like to wear characters on my shirts. I got bullied growing up for the way my mother would dress me. Like, I still get bullied because of the way she dressed me as a kid. By so-called friends that would make fun of me because I didn't have an orphan. So what? Like, my friends nowadays, they love me and everybody loves me and they don't care that I'm an orphan. But I got bullied growing up because of the way my mother would dress me. I think my clothes, that was really my fashion, was really because of the way my mother dressed me. My dad let me take the wheel, and I like character t-shirts and skinny strap tops. I'm sorry, guys, I don't want to show that. I'm pushing on the internet. Like short shorts and pants are tight, and that's just how it was, guys, growing up with a widowed father. So if you guys want to hear my opposite, like things I understand because I grew up with a widowed father, comment down below. Remember, I love you all. Bye, guys.